raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town, the hallowed halls and
Well, folks, you're welcome to another episode of Destination Folk, going out live here from Uri on this. I've got to get my microphone on so you can hear me. Here we go. On this wet, humid morning, the thunder's roaring outside, the rain's beating down, but we're joined here with All Ireland champion fiddle player Niall Murphy from Camlock in County Armagh. So you're very welcome, Niall, to the show.
Good to be here.
So just tell us, how did you get into the Irish music, or how long have you been at it?
I suppose, well, all my family played on my mother's side, and back 2 generations has all been fiddle players. So,
right. Who was your mother?
Martina Savage.
Right. Was she from Camlock as well?
She's from Balik.
Oh, Balik.
Aye. So, her granda taught her daddy, and then her daddy taught her, and then she taught me. So.
Right.
It's a vicious circle.
So you became. What age did you start taking this up?
I think it was at 7, I think. Aye. So.
It's a young age to take it
aye.
up. But they tell you that's the age, around 7, 8 is the age to get into
seems to be, yeah.
any Irish music, any instrument whatsoever, you know what I mean? So, and it was just your mother taught you then, and you took it on from there?
Yeah, exactly. She started me off, just taught me the basics, and then a man from Warren Point, Jimmy Burns, his family all play music as well, so he started me, and then after that went to a fiddle player called Jerry O'Connor, and then Jim McKillop.
They're the top boys. You go to them boys, you know what I mean? I suppose you could teach them now.
I don't know.
So when did you, is it one All Ireland you have, or have you a few?
Just the one.
When did you get it?
Last year, just in Cavan. So
in the Cavan Fla.
Good to
that was the highlight of your?
Oh, definitely, aye.
No, to anybody.
After all the years of competing in that
and hard work.
I've been close to it now this last 4 years, so it's just good to finally.
Do you read music, or do you play by ear?
I can read a story, but I'll play by ear mostly. Yeah.
So it's the best way, because rather than you're reading out, it's like singing a song. If you sing a song from the word sheet, you're playing away and singing just word by word.
Exactly.
Or if you've the words in there, you can put more passion into it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
But so give us a wee tune there,
so
we can see what it's all about.
Let's see what I'll do now. I'll try a few reels just.
A few reels, no bother. look so easy?
I don't know.
It's easy to see why you're an All-Ireland champion now. That was fantastic, brilliant stuff. You're just back from the Ulster Fleadh in
That's right.
Dromore. Well, tell us about it. Was there many about it this year?
It's a brilliant crowd, yeah.
There's a lot of festivals on everywhere at the minute.
Yeah, exactly. So
At the same week, like we had the Fiddler's Green.
right.
You had you had loads. The Erie Big Festival here in Erie.
That's
You
right,
had,
yeah.
I think Tanglewood was it on.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff,
right,
so
yeah.
big competition. So
Yeah. No, it was a brilliant turnout. I think it was about, in all there was 1,800 competitors
holy God,
over 2 days. So it's
that's a lot to get through in 2
Aye.
days, isn't it? Like competition wise.
yeah. So
So they must have came from all over then. Would
certainly,
there
aye.
be overseas ones at it as well, or is it just
they
mainly-
do well for competing. It's just Ulster, like, but
Right,
any overseas ones they have their All Britain one or the American one. But
right. So the Ulster Fleadh, then you're only allowed Ulster competitors.
yeah,
Is that
exactly,
the way it works?
yeah.
Right.
That's it, yeah.
So the All Ireland then they keep.
it's
Obviously
everything,
well, see in the All Ireland then, are you allowed overseas competitors?
It's the All Ireland would be Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, and America. And
Right.
there's a Russian fella in it last year as well. So.
Holy God!
So it's-
Will he be playing Irish music? Like, aye?
yeah.
It's brilliant, that, isn't it? Like like the Irish music. Like, you play any instrument, you always end up on your travels.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, when you're traveling about, where does your music take you to?
I suppose this last couple of years has been Ireland and the UK and France and Denmark and Spain, and then I'm doing China in December. So
Holy God! And to get actually, does people actually book you to go to China, or do you
Yeah.
they book you to, as a soloist, or do you have
no,
a
well,
group?
going to China with Cara Dillon.
You're joking?
Aye. So
Holy mother of God! So she has booked you to accompany her.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah.
Like Cara Dillon, like, and I know there's friends of mine going to see her very shortly. Like, and I think she's playing with an orchestra. There's a
That's right.
three-piece
Aye,
orchestra.
there, yeah.
But
That's right.
have you played with her before then?
Just over recently, they're recording for a new album. So
Right. So she books you.
aye,
Books the best.
don't know.
Huh?
Just, yeah.
Was you looking forward to China then? Are you?
Aye, it'd be brilliant. I think it's a 3-month tour, so it's UK, October, November, and then December's China.
You're doing the whole tour with her then?
Yeah.
And many musicians would she take for that?
There'll be myself, there'll be Sam Lakeman, Ed Boyd, 2 guitar players, and then you'll have Michael McGoldrick. There'll probably be about 7, I'd say, maybe 6 or 7.
That's brilliant, like,
So it'll be
it's a great experience for yourself. Like,
Okay,
you're only 22
yeah.
at the minute. Like,
Yeah.
to be playing with such artists like that,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. You know what I mean?
So,
But you never thought in all your life that this
no,
is,
definitely not.
so
Definitely
it's
not.
worth it. But we're going to take a wee break here. Sean and put a wee Irish song up there for us.
Advertise your business here. Reach a weekly audience of 275,000 people. Be ahead of the rest. Call Damien on 078 08 80 34 75 or 028 308 34 012.
If you would like to watch our shows from the comfort of your home, contact Destination Uri now to get yourself a Roku box. Call us on 028 30 834 010.
Well, Niall, welcome back to the next part of the show, as I say. When you were down at the Ulster Fla, did you see any up-and-coming musicians that there's one to look out for in the future?
Oh, definitely. It's right up from, like, you have different age groups. It starts at under 12.
Right.
So even from there right up to over 18, senior, like.
Right.
It's just, they're all coming out of the woodwork, you know.
You know, and obviously they're all, as we said before, they're all around Ulster, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is there certain teachers that produce All Ireland?
There would be, yeah, there would be.
Yeah, obviously they'd be in big demand then, would they?
Yeah, I suppose from each county you'd probably have one or two that'd be in big demand, so
Right.
they're producing the products, like, so.
That's it, you know what I mean? And then these see the adjudicators that they're judging these competitions. Do they know who has taught every competitor before they make?
In some cases, it would. The adjudicators have to be from. They can't be from Ulster, like.
Right.
Just to minimise the chances of knowing one of the competitors. So, usually from down south or else across the water somewhere.
Right. I don't know what you mean. So I know. I remember taking the kids to the Irish dancing championships.
Yeah.
And you used to have certain school of dancings would win everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And other schools then we used to think, oh God, as the judges going on the name of that school, because they do win all you never know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So when the results are in, there's always certain parties aren't happy, you know, with the results. Oh, it's because they win everything, and that's who they are, and you know,
exactly.
You probably get that in
you do, sure, yeah.
It's the same all over any competitions, you know what I mean? But give us another lock of tunes there, Niall. Get the rain has died down and stopped for a while, so get the toes tapping here. Live, going out live by around the world now. I just want to go back to the Cara Dillon, because I think that's a big thing to be back in. Somebody from South Armagh to be back in the Cara Dillon, who's world famous now at this stage, you know, for a beautiful voice. How did that come about now?
Sort of started off with a voicemail, which I sort of thought was a prank, and then ended up it was Sam. He's sort of the producer of our albums and that. So
that's her husband, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
So
he
rang me
left the message and you rang him back then,
exactly. And then he just emailed me. It's for a new album, so he emailed me the tracks to learn, and then the day after that, I was over to Glasgow to record for the album. So.
Right. And long way in Glasgow and recording the album?
Just 2 days.
2 days,
yeah.
Right. So they flew you over and everything was arranged for that.
Mm-hmm.
And your work was done in the 2 days then?
Yeah. I think there's maybe a couple of days to do in a couple of weeks. Like.
Was it after you done the 2 days of the album then they asked you to go on the tour then?
That's it, yeah.
So obviously they were impressed with your work. Why would they not be?
Aye.
So it's a 3-month tour then. When's it starting again?
It's October, November, December. October, November is around the UK.
Right.
And I think we're doing one in Belfast somewhere. Could be Ulster Hall maybe. I'm not too sure about the venues, but and then China in December.
Will you be away for Christmas in the New Year? Do you think?
No, I think we're back just a week before.
You're
Christmas,
back a week before Christmas. That'll be brilliant. Even the fact that that there's a market in China.
Yeah. Oh, it's massive in China.
Is it?
It's probably bigger in China than it is here.
You're joking.
Aye. Yeah.
Unbelievable. I never would have thought that like everybody in China would be banned Cara Dillon albums or Irish traditional albums. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And well then, would there be musicians in China that would maybe play a style of music similar to the Irish traditional music?
There's a lot of Chinese play Irish music. You see them at the Flowers and
do they be? Aye.
festivals. Yeah, yeah.
They've all taken that up.
Yeah.
So they're probably one of the biggest races in the world anyway. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
everywhere you go, you see China. I know when you go down holidays, every China, each person running around with a camera taking photos. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Wherever these photos end up, I don't know. But so. In your family now, brothers and sisters, and they play music as well.
We all play. There's
how many is there in your family?
There's 5 of us. So my sister, she plays the whistle and flute, and then the next brother down, he plays guitar and banjo, and then the next one down plays accordion and concertina, and then the next one down plays horn and whistle. So
you can all put on a whole family show together. That's brilliant, boy. And are they the champions as well? Obviously, I'm sure they've won competitions at different.
The youngest fella, he got the All Ireland Boron 2 years ago.
He's All-Ireland champion of the Boron. Brilliant.
So,
it's all high standard out in your house, you know what I mean? So and would you just put on a show together? Do you? No, you.
Not really. It's just ended up a killing match.
Oh, so it's the typical brothers and sisters scenario. You know, you just don't get on.
Exactly.
It's the same in every household. You know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah.
But so when you go to the All Ireland Fla together, then you all split up and you all do your own thing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You know what I mean? So you aren't going to be like the Sands family or the Kelly family. You all sit together and make a big. Isn't there? There's a family from out around Hilltown as well.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, so you just do your own thing.
And
keep the peace.
Yeah. Try our best.
So the All Ireland Fla this year is in Derry.
Yep.
That's the first time it has come to Ulster.
That's right. Yeah.
So what do you think of that?
I think it'll be good. There's a lot of talk about it, but the musicians that have on it's unbelievable. Like, so, and there's plenty of fun, and the campsites are great, and everyone should be gone.
How long does it go on for then?
It's going on for a week. Just
will it be a full week? Will it the All Ireland Day?
What's that?
It lasts for a week, does it?
Yeah, Monday till Sunday.
Right.
So
I suppose it'll be like it will bring definitely some trade to the area tourism. You know, they come from all over the world to the All Ireland Flas. Like you know, I've only ever been to one myself, and that's probably about 20 years ago down in Clonmel. I loved Clonmel, you know. I thought it was a great spot for, and it's got the Fla a load of times. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And the same with Cavan.
Yeah.
So maybe hopefully when if Derry is as successful as any of them places, that there's a good chance of getting it again. You know what I mean?
Crossed, yeah.
But so I know they've been campaigning for years and years to get the Fla at Ulster.
Yeah.
And you were always in the running for it, but you always lost the decision.
Yeah.
You know, so it's up to Derry now to prove that they can.
Surely.
They're fit for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as you say, there's plenty of campsites now going to be set up for this.
Yeah, I think there's a campsite specifically for caravans, one for camper vans, and tents, I think, somewhere in there too. So,
Brilliant.
That'll be,
We'll
it'll
look
be great.
forward to it. And when's it happening? What's the dates for it?
It's I think it's the 3rd week in August,
Right, it happens.
2nd or 3rd week.
So we'll look forward to it. Well, sure, we'll get Sean to give us another wee song. Sean, the sound engineer here, he lines up the music for us.
Advertise your business here. Reach a weekly audience of 275,000 people. Be ahead of the rest. Call Damien on 078 08 80 34 75 or 028 308 34 012.
If you would like to watch our shows from the comfort of your home, contact Destination Uri now to get yourself a Roku box. Call us on 028 30 834 010.
Well, back again, Niall. Just give us a wee background on the fiddle that you have. When did you get it?
Yep, sure. I was over in France about 3 years ago, and it's a instrument making sort of festival. So all the
Right.
instrument makers from around France.
Did you go before that festival?
No, well, it's a music festival
It's
as
a
well,
music
but
festival as
they've
well,
all the
right.
makers there. So, Mesca, you call it, it's just in Brittany. So, I just seen one of those fiddles and caught my eye. So you know, like any other fiddle, it would have the the corners here
Yeah,
and here, and then the scroll is cut out as well.
right.
So, it caught my eye, and I tried one of the other ones he made, and it was lovely. So he, a couple of months later, he posted one over, and this is it.
Now, did you obviously you have to pay up front for it, do you?
No, he was 100% about it. He sort of just
Well, they post the instrument over and you get to try it before you buy.
yeah.
Well, that's
So,
brilliant, isn't it?
yeah,
Like,
great.
and you liked it straight away then, did you?
Loved it, yeah. And then he came back over because it's just handmade, like it's just made maybe about
Right.
a week or two before he posted over. The wood starts to settle, and you know yourself, the action would get real high on it.
Yeah,
So he came back over then and reset it. And
brilliant. You haven't
so
looked back.
Yep, exactly. It's great.
And so that festival, you'd have all the people that make instruments there with, and
Yeah.
everybody's around trying,
Yeah.
and just whatever one you like.
Exactly.
Right, that's fantastic.
It's great.
And the likes of the strings for a fiddle.
Yeah.
How often would you need to change them?
Just depends. It depends how much playing you're doing.
Right.
They say you should change them every 3 months, but
Aye.
that's if you're playing constantly. Like,
Yeah. And
Right, so-
is obviously there's different types of strings you can go for.
Yeah, they're just the Darios,
Right.
same as guitars.
Well, funny enough, that's what I use in my guitar,
Yeah.
the Dario strings. You know, I've
Yeah.
tried everyone else, but the Dario seem to be
Yeah.
the strongest and the
Yeah.
last the longest.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
So I like them myself, you know. But so, what do you think of the festival in Brittany?
Brilliant, it's class. Again, it's Irish music's massive over there. It's where you were in Ireland when you better weather.
Brilliant. I played in Brittany myself, you know, in a place called Gwangamp.
Yep,
I done a concert before the Dubliners
lovely.
way back in 1997, and it opened our festival,
Yeah.
2,000 people. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I say the Breton culture is it's very similar to
Yeah.
Ireland.
Yeah.
No different. Like
Exactly, yeah.
we stayed in a school you know, with all different other artists, but there's loads of marching bands came from Mexico and places like that, and Cuba and all over for this festival, and it was great to see them all. So definitely, and I recommend Brittany for any festival, like that, you know. So we'll get now a lot of tunes out of you, see what happens.
I'll try something slow maybe and catch breath.
Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And to hear that, what's the name of that song now?
It's called Lonesome Eyes. Jerry Holland composed it. He's a Keith Bratton fiddle player. So.
Right. I hear that at the chapel all the time.
Yeah.
So obviously at the weddings or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's popular.
It's like I do a bit of wedding photography, you know.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most popular songs you would hear at a wedding, you know what I mean? Must be the wedding one, you know what I mean?
Surely, yeah.
But as regards to the traditional fiddle playing, who would you look up to in the fiddle world when you're trying to style your music?
there's any amount of them. I suppose Cal Hayden or Liz Carroll.
Right. So you'd play a lot of their CDs or tapes or whatever it was when you're running up
I
pros.
played out. Yeah.
What about traditional sessions? Do you still go to the traditional sessions around the country?
Yeah, there's sort of a lack of them around here, but up in Pomeroy, outside up in Tyrone there was the regular ones, so Cahill plays in it and Breach Harper, and it's mainly fiddles like, so it's...
Oh, is it? Is it on every week, is it?
It's on, I think, the last Friday of every month.
Right, and when you drive the whole way up to Pomeroy for it,
Yeah.
would you stay over now?
If the drink got the better of me, yeah. But it just depends.
Right.
Usually not, but...
Aye. And many musicians would normally that one attract.
I suppose just a nice amount. It'll be maybe about 12, maybe 12 or 13.
Right, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's all giving our loads there,
Yeah.
all the fiddles, but
Sure.
you know what I mean. It's the same. Like I know that every Thursday night there was a traditional session in the Railway
That's
Bar
right,
here
yeah.
in Uri. You know what I mean? But I remember going to sessions many a time, and you'd have all these ones coming in with borons.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You always get somebody to buy a boron and think they play a boron, they go in a session, they bid lumps out of it, you know what I mean? And everybody else is sitting there in the corner, you know. That's not to try and put people that wants to learn the boron off, you know what I mean? But maybe sitting with 6 boron players sitting in the corner, you know what I mean? Drowning everybody out. And then you'd have all the jokes getting made about these boron players, you know what I mean? You get it with every instrument anyway, you get it with the Ellen pipes, you know. I've seen loads of jokes going about with people in the Ellen pipes, and it's like squealing a cat or something, you know what I mean? But no, as regards to the traditional music in general, do you think it's on the up?
Definitely, yeah. I think there for maybe this, say 20 years ago, it would have been seen to be just old men in the pub sort of thing. But if you go to a Fla or any sort of festival, it's complete opposite. Like.
Aye, I know around Newry here where we were based. There seems to be a shortage of traditional. There always was a shortage of traditional musicians.
Yeah.
You seem to near have to go out to the country areas, South Armagh, or even Warren Point. Maybe where there's a Kyoldus on. There's a South Armagh Kyoldus.
Yeah.
But when you come into the city itself here, there's no classes for a big city. There's no classes in Newry for traditional music, and you know there doesn't seem to be anybody there that can counteract that. You know
exactly. Yeah.
and it is a pity. You know what I mean? Because you know, you can go out to class in Mullaban, you can go to Warren Point, and there's a session on a Forkhill. You know, even the session in Newry is on the line, you know. And that's why I was asking about traditional music in general, was because young ones growing up now, they turn on the television and all their favourite bands are Westlife, Boyzone, JLS, One Direction, all people standing on a stage, no instruments. They're going for people that can sing, and the trend is that they have to be good looking and all this cracks. So that's maybe a worrying development. You think young people think that's the way it is, just a boy pop band.
Oh, yes.
You know, but as you said, that once you go to the Flas or the anything like that, you'd see all the young people there, you know, playing away, and it attracts like hundreds of people into these pubs or whatever, you know. So
it's great because like the likes of you're saying there, One Direction or JLS, whoever the big bands is now, like it's very rarely you get to meet them. Your heroes, like, whereas Irish music is complete opposite. Like you have that in common, so they want to talk to you. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The musicians are in with the crowd, and I was saying there about in Newry having a lack of traditional musicians. Years ago when we played in the folk band, there was a few times our banjo player couldn't make it, and anytime we needed a banjo player, we had to ring somebody in Lurgan. Lurgan was a big folk capital then, and it seemed to be a big common trend that you were one of the lads if you could play the banjo. Like you would have 10 or 12 banjo players at a session in Lurgan at all times, and everybody wanted to be seen to play the banjo. You know, so it's amazing that how things change from town to town. So we always had to ring down to Lurgan to try and get a banjo player. No, it was funny, innit? But we'll get Sean to give us another wee tune. Don't know what he's lined up this time.
Advertise your business here. reach a weekly audience of 275,000 people. Be ahead of the rest. Call Damien on 078 08 80 34 75 or 028 308 34 012.
If you would like to watch our shows from the comfort of your home, contact Destination Uri now to get yourself a Roku box. Call us on 028 30 834 010.
Well, folks, you're very welcome back to Destination Folk here with Damien Quinn, and live in the studio is Niall Murphy, All-Ireland champion fiddle player from Camlock in County Armagh. So, you were telling me there, Niall, you have a band on the road as well. So,
Right,
you give us a wee bit of it. What is the name of the band?
It's called Reel It In.
Right.
There's 5 of us. Started off with four-piece, just myself and Eamon Rooney, bowling player from Mayo Bridge, and then 2 brothers, Kieran and Niall Hannah from Derry Test Control. So
Right.
we started off with 4 of us, and then I think maybe a year into it, we got a keyboard player,
Right.
and Rafferty from Galway. So
Right, so a bit of Tyrone, County down in County Armagh. So
exactly.
some slagging there in the GA circles, is there?
Yeah.
Huh?
Definitely. So,
Well, Tyrone have the upper hand this time round.
do,
So,
yeah.
so
looks like
you
it.
have to sit quiet
Yeah.
in that one.
Can't say anything.
What does the two lads? What does the other two brothers play?
One of them sings and plays guitar, and then the other one plays concertina and whistle.
Right. Brilliant.
So,
It's a good lineup now. So no,
that's
they
very
had champion players as well then.
Yep, all in their own right. Yep.
Right. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And where have you been playing, or where do you play?
Just around festivals in Ireland and been to Denmark and France.
We've been to all them places,
Yeah.
Denmark and France,
Yeah.
with the group. You know, that's
So,
brilliant. Like, you know what I mean.
It's good to have a crack next. So
And is there a promoter or somebody gets you them gigs, or who?
no, it's just through word of mouth, suppose, through festivals, and
Right.
anybody we know.
Yeah.
Say if you're looking a band, get in touch
Yeah.
with us.
Right. And suppose the thing about it is too, the fact that everybody knows you is maybe through the traditional music
Yeah.
sessions that they knows the standard that
Exactly,
they're booking, and when you get together, obviously it's going to be top notch. You know what I mean? And have you been? Have you got any write-ups is there an Irish folk magazine? I'm sure you're aware of it.
The music magazine.
Yeah.
Not yet. So we're just recording an album at the minute. So
Right, that'll be big publicity for you.
Yeah, hopefully we get it right up. And
Right. Where do you record the album then?
We recorded in Derry. It's part of a prize for a competition we won in Derry.
Brilliant.
So you get recording.
Recording for an
contract,
album. That's brilliant. That you're actually getting it done for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Great.
recording an album nowadays is expensive.
big
You know
money,
what I
yeah.
mean? But
So,
well, yeah, I look forward to hearing the album when you get it out. So
Sure,
don't forget
no
to
bother.
get a copy, and maybe sometime get the band in
yep, no worries.
for a wee session.
No worries.
So, and hopefully I wish you all the best, and I wish you all the best on the tour with Cara Dillon.
Great. Yeah.
That's the top prize so
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, if she's taking you a 3-month tour, you could be
Yeah.
a full-time musician in the Cara Dillon band.
Hopefully.
It beats the plumbing, doesn't it?
For surely.
So, well, once again, thank you very much, Niall, for
problem.
coming into the studio.
No problem.
And we'll leave the show. Sean will take us out of the show
stuff.
with another wee bit of Irish music.
Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories, and once was Dublin town. The hallowed